Hi students. So we were studying about animal tissues. And which all tissues we have completed? We have already studied about epithelial tissue, different types of epithelial tissue, and also we study about connective tissue. And which are the different types of connective tissue? Blood, bone, cartilage, tendon, ligament, areolar tissue and adipose tissue. And today we can study about next tissue, that is muscular tissue. So we can study about muscular tissue. And muscular tissue helps in the movement of our body. So muscular tissue is made up of muscle cells, and these muscle cells are long elongated cells. So these muscle cells are also called as muscle fibers because they are long elongated cells. So they are also called as muscle fibers. And these muscle cells help in the movement of our body. We know bones and muscles are helping in the movement of our body. And when we look at the muscle cells, we can see the muscle cell have a special type of protein called contractile protein. So which protein is present in muscle cells? Contractile protein. And due to the presence of this contractile protein, muscle cells are able to contract and relax. And the contraction and relaxation of these muscle cells help in the movement of our body. So when the muscle cells in this part contract, what happens? We can fold our hand. When it relaxes, we can unfold it. So the contraction and relaxation of the muscle cells help in the movement of our body. And the muscle cells, when they contract, they will help to pull the bone also. That's why movement is made possible in our body. So muscle cells help in the movement of our body. And again, when we look at the movement of our body, we can see there are two types of movement in our body. That is voluntary movement and involuntary movement. So which are the two types of movement in our body? Voluntary and involuntary. So voluntary means what? Some movements in our body. We can move our body parts by our own will. For example, hand. When I want to move, I can move. When I want to stop, I can stop. It is under my control. Whenever I want, I can move the hand, and whenever I want, I can stop its movement also. Or movement of our neck also. Whenever it is under our control. Movement of our leg is also under our control. So those movements which are under our control, such movements are called voluntary movements. But some movements are not under our control. For example, movement of our foot pipe. There is peristaltic movement in our foot pipe, contraction and relaxation. We can't control it. Or movement of our trachea, bronchus and all, that is attached to our lungs. Or ureters in our kidney. Or iris of our eyes. Or the contraction and relaxation of our blood vessels. Or the heartbeat, contraction and expansion of heart. We can't control all these movements. It is not under our control. So that type of movements are called involuntary movements. So which are the two types of movements? Voluntary movements and involuntary movements. So movements which are under our control are called voluntary movements, and movements which are not under our control are called involuntary movements. Now we can look at which are the different types of muscles in our body. Okay, so there are three types of muscles in our body, and first one is the muscles that is present in our hand and leg. We can look at that muscles. So what about the muscles that is present in our hand and leg and all, neck and all? Is it voluntary muscle or involuntary muscle? That is what? Voluntary muscle, because it is under our control. Whenever we want, we can move these parts. Whenever we want, we can stop the movement also. It's under our control. So we can say muscles in our hand, neck, leg, all these are voluntary muscles. Okay, so we can study about voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles. And where we can see this voluntary muscle? In our leg, hand, neck and all. And these muscles are attached to our bones. So since these muscles are attached to our bones, we can call them as skeletal muscles also. So what is the another name of these voluntary muscles? They are also called as skeletal muscles. Okay, why they are called as skeletal muscles? Because they are attached to the bones. So they are called as skeletal muscles. Clear? Okay. Then now we can look at the structure of the skeletal muscles. So the skeletal muscles are long, elongated. So they are cylindrical in structure. Long, elongated, cylindrical in structure. And it is divided into cells. This is one cell, another cell, third cell, and also so many cells are present in this muscle. And when we look through microscope, we can see some dark and light bands in this. So we can see some dark and light lines like this on this muscle. Or dark and light striations are present on this muscle. So through microscope we can see some stripes like this, dark and light stripes or striations or lines on this muscles. So since it has striations like this muscle is also called as striated muscle. So what is the another name of this muscle? It is also called as striated muscles. Why? Because when we look through microscope, we can see so many dark and light striations on this muscle. So these are also called as striated muscle. And we know in one cell there is one nucleus. Okay. So if only one nucleus is present in one cell, we call it uninucleate. So what we call it? If only one nucleus is there, we will call it uninucleate. If more than one nucleus is present in a cell, we call it multinuclease. Okay. So uninucleate means only one nucleus in one cell. Multinucleate means more than one nucleus is present in a single cell. And in this skeletal muscle or voluntary muscle or striated muscle, we can see this is one cell, this is another cell, this is another cell. And we can see there are more than one nucleus. Okay, so in this cell itself we can see so many nucleus. Next cell we can see so many nucleus. So more than one nucleus is present in a striated muscle or skeletal muscle. So what is it? It is multinucleate. What is the shape? Cylindrical in shape. So is it clear? So one type of muscle is skeletal muscle. And this skeletal muscle is attached to the bones. So it is called as skeletal muscle. And the movement, what is its function? Movement of our leg, hand, neck, etc. And which type of movement is this? It is movement is under our control. So it is voluntary movement. So we can call this muscle as voluntary muscle also. And then what about the structure? It is long, cylindrical, unbranched. No branches are there. No branches. So it is long, cylindrical, unbranched and striated with what? Multinucleus. So what all things? Long, cylindrical, unbranched, striated and multinucleate. So structure is clear, function is clear. Clear? Okay. So now we can look at the next type of muscle. So now we study about skeletal muscle. Then we can look another type of muscle that is present in the iris of our eyes or in our blood vessels or in trachea or ureter of our kidneys, all this. That is what type of movement? Involuntary movement. So this muscle is also called as involuntary muscle. And its name is smooth muscle. So second type of muscle is called smooth muscle. And it is having which type of movement? Involuntary movement. Or its movement is not under our control. We can't start it or we can't stop it according to our will. So that it is having which type of movement? Involuntary movement. So this smooth muscle is also called as what? It is also called as involuntary muscle. Okay. And what's its function? It helps in the movement of our food pipe, helps in the movement of iris of our eyes, ureters, bronchi, everything. Okay, or movement of food in our food pipe, contraction and relaxation of our blood vessels. All these are the functions of the smooth muscles. And when we look at the structure, it has a spindle shape. So what is the structure? Spindle shape. Spindle shape means what? Ends are pointed. Middle part is bulged also. So it has a spindle shape. And last time we saw that skeletal muscle have some striations when we look through microscope. But this smooth muscle don't have striations. So we can say it is unstriated muscles. So what also we can say? It is an unstriated muscle. Okay. And when we look at the nucleus, we can see there is only a single nucleus. So what we can call it? Uninucleate or multinucleate? It is multinucleate or uninucleate? Uninucleate. Only one nucleus. So it is uninucleate. Okay. So smooth muscle. What all things you know about smooth muscle? What is the function? It helps in the movement of food in our food pipe or contraction and relaxation of blood vessels and all. And movement is involuntary. So this is also called involuntary muscles. Striations are absent. So this is also called as unstriated muscles. What is the structure? Long or spindle shape with pointed ends. And what about the nucleus? Single nucleus. So it is called as uninucleate. Clear? Okay. Then we can study about the next type of muscle. So we study skeletal muscle, smooth muscle. And third type of muscle is called cardiac muscle. So what is the third type of muscle? Cardiac muscle. Third type of muscle is cardiac muscle. Cardiac. It is related to which organ in our body? It is related to our heart. So it is the muscle that is present in our heart. And we know what is its function? We know heart is always contracting and relaxing, or heart is beating continuously. And this contraction and relaxation of the heart is taking place by the action of this cardiac muscles. So the cardiac muscles helps the heart to contract and relax that help to pump blood to various parts of our body. And is it voluntary or involuntary? Can we control the heartbeat? No. So it is involuntary muscle. So cardiac muscle is involuntary muscle. Location, heart. Function, what? Helps to pump blood to all parts of our body. And when we look at the structure, it is also long, cylindrical, like our skeletal muscle. But skeletal muscle was unbranched. Here you can see cardiac muscle is branched. So it has so many branches also. It is branched. So long, cylindrical, branched. And when we look through microscope, here we can see so many striations are present in this cardiac muscle. So we can see light and dark bands or striations are present. So light and dark bands or light and dark lines are present. So what we can call this? This muscle is striated muscle or unstriated muscle? This muscle is striated muscle. So skeletal muscle is striated and this cardiac muscle is also striated muscle. So we can see light and dark bands are present in this cardiac muscle. So this is one cell, second cell, third cell. So it is cells are divided like this. And in skeletal muscle we saw what? In same cell so many nuclei are present. And in smooth muscle we saw in single cell single nucleus is present. And here also this is one cell. So only one nucleus. Next cell have one nucleus. Next cell one. Here this cell. So how many nuclei are present in each cell? We can see in each cell only a single nucleus is present. So this is uninucleate. Okay. So cardiac muscle is the muscle that is present in our heart. And it helps to helps in heartbeat and helps to pump blood to various parts of our body. And what is it? It is functioning throughout our body. No rest for cardiac muscle. From birth till death, it is pumping blood. Whenever it stops means life is over. So it is working throughout our life without any rest. And what about its structure? Cylindrical, branched, striated and uninucleate. So this is also what? This is also striated muscle. Clear? Okay students, now we can look at the three types of muscles. Which are the three types of muscles? Skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. So this skeletal muscle, it is also called as voluntary muscle or striated muscle. And the smooth muscle, it is also called as involuntary muscle and unstriated muscle. What about cardiac muscle? It is also involuntary muscle and striated muscle. And what is the location of these muscles? So where we can see this skeletal muscle in our leg, hand, neck and all. And what is the location of smooth muscle? In the blood vessels, alimentary canal, then in our bronchus, ureter and all. Then cardiac muscle is present only in our heart. Then what is the function of these different types of muscles? What is the function of skeletal muscle? Skeletal muscle help in the movement of leg, hand, neck, etc. What is the function of smooth muscle? Help in the movement of food in our alimentary canal, contraction and relaxation of blood vessels and all. Then cardiac muscle helps in the contraction and relaxation of our heart and help to pump blood to various parts of our body. Then what is the structure of this skeletal muscle? It is long, cylindrical, striations are present. So striated, no branches, unbranched. In one single cell you can see so many nuclei, so multinucleate. So what is the structure? Long, cylindrical, striated, unbranched and multinucleate. So when you are drawing in one single cell, so you should draw different cells, and in one single cell you should draw so many nucleus. Mark the striations and nucleus. And what is the structure of smooth muscle? Spindle shaped. Spindle shaped means pointed ends, middle will be bulged. And it's long spindle shaped. How many nucleus? Single nucleus. So uninucleate, no striation. So it is unstriated. Then what is the structure of cardiac muscle? Long, cylindrical, branches are there. So branched. Striations are there. So striated. And in one cell, this is one cell. How many nucleus? One nucleus. Another cell, one nucleus. So it is uninucleate. So when you are drawing, you should be careful. In one cell, you should draw only a single nucleus. So you should draw the pictures clearly. Draw the striations for skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle. And here skeletal muscle is multinucleate and smooth muscle and cardiac muscle is uninucleate. Clear now? So I hope you understand the three types of muscle. Then what? The structure, location and function also. Clear now? Okay. Bye.